Tamers. Let's talk about the episode 14 and 15 of Digimon Ghost Game. Starting from episode 14, I'm actually glad they are still dwelling on what happened last episode, like the death of Bokomon and the craziness that is Gulu's Gammamon. While in episode 15, we finally get the evolution of Angoramon, which is just so cool. So let's break down episode 14. This episode starts with a middle-aged guy being called to play by some shadowy figure and a ball. From the preview of this episode, I could not tell what the Digimon of the week was gonna be, but just 1 second looking at that shadow, well, it's Koemon. Surely I believe this is not the first time Koemon appears in the Digimon anime, because I believe he appeared once in Digimon Adventure 2020, specifically during the Crush Garurumon episode. But still, I appreciate another nod to Digimon World 3, which is one of my personal favorite Digimon games. The episode then cuts to the gang deciding to go on a staycation to an inn, as well as attend what appears to be a seminar where Kyoshiro will be attending alongside his college professors. Okay, now in this inn, they use the term Sashiki Warashi, which translates to parlor child. So, as far as I know, Sashiki Warashi is another yokai from Japanese folklore. Usually, Sashiki Warashi appears as a child who play pranks on others, and those who got pranked by one will end up with a good fortune, which is what they also mentioned in this episode. I see the series has not run out of ways to mix horror elements, so pretty good, I guess. Now, we also see Gammamon still being sad about the passing of Bokomon last episode. Well, Hiro and the rest keep trying to explain implicitly that Bokomon is in a long journey and likely not going to come back. I really like this aspect of them explaining the death to Gammamon as if he is a little kid, because he does act like a 4 to 5-year-old child compared to Jellymon and Angoramon who act like adults. Oh, we also get the surprise appearance of Black Gatomon Yufer again in this episode. This time she delivers new dim cards. Now, if I remember correctly, the one they tried in this episode is supposed to be Titan of the Dust dim card. Well, the white one could either be Volcanic Beat or Blizzard Fang. I'm not sure about the navy one. It could be based on the Tamer dim card or the Gabumon one, since those are the blue ones that I remember. Still, a pretty cool way of putting some merch in the anime without it being too obvious. Too obvious being a product placement. At the end, they finally figure out about Koemon's pranks and the fact that he actually just searching for an old lady who once befriended him, who is now either dead or just away for a long time. It doesn't make 100% clear, but if this is supposed to be a metaphor for Gammamon losing Bokomon, then she could actually be dead. Usually I don't enjoy comparison episodes like this since I've seen way too much of it in Tokusatsu, but this one is better, I think. It's a good one, I think. Later, they all try to cheer up the sad Koemon by making fireworks through their Digimon's moves, which is pretty sweet, I guess. And I'm glad that when Hiro is about to digivolve Gammamon, into like either Battle Gammamon, Wazen Gammamon, or Chaos Gammamon, Ruri and Kyoshiro just freaked out because, well, Gulu's Gammamon might appear again, so I appreciate the detail. So I think that's about it for episode 14. Overall, an okay episode to close the Gulu's Gammamon arc of the story. Here I am still hoping he will return soon though. Next is episode 15. Now, in this episode, we see a fortune teller of sort who turns people into stones after reading their prophecies. I guess, but I think what makes the episode a bit more creepy is that The Digimon that becomes the fortune teller, as well as his minions, are literally devils, being Felismon and Bookimons. I believe Felismon appears before in Cross Wars, but I'm not sure if Bookimon has appeared anywhere before. I could be wrong. Oh, and in this episode, has a Digimon cameo from Fangmon, whose appearance I really like in Digimon Adventure 2020. So I guess that's a pretty cool nod to Digimon Adventure 2020. Overall, not that many things happen in this episode before the actual battle, but just before the battle, we get to see Ruri activate the field change of her Digivice in front of her friends, so it must means that she literally disappears in front of them. Also, by the end of the episode, they seem to have noticed that Ruri is hiding something. I think that her two friends here have the potential to be like Kenta and Hirokazu from Tamers, in a sense that they will get a partner that will not evolve. Just for that possibility, I'm giving this episode a point, because we might get other Tamers or other characters with Digimon partners, I guess. Now, because it seems so obvious that Ruri and Angoramon is the sole focus of this episode, I'm already sure that Angoramon will evolve, but again, I'm worried that they are going to be Felismon with champion level Digimon. Plus, I'm tired of the enemy just running away after they got hit once or realized they're doing some bad things. Well, at the end, the enemy does run away, but the way they fight Felismon is great, because instead of SymbareAngoramon fights it alone, all three champions evolution fights Felismon, and it's so good. I mean, they put logic into that instead of just making the debut character be way too strong. So I appreciate that. In the end, Felismon does get away though, and somehow releases all the statues. Sure, I understand that he took the negative emotion that he need to materialize his subordinate, but come on. So, I guess that's it for episode 15. Overall, not much happened, but we get to see SymbareAngoramon finally, so I take that as a win, because he is so. So, that's it for this video. See you, Tamers, next time.